Assalamu alaikum, it's Samir from Samir's Eats. I hope you've been well. I'm here to share with you an exciting event I just attended over at my old university at Rutgers, right here in Newark, New Jersey. Now, this event was brought to us by The Lens, and it was entitled Healthy Mind, Body, and Soul. Now, you may be wondering, well, Samir, why would you go to an event titled Healthy Mind, Body, and Soul? Well, the exciting part about this was the guest speaker was a very famous, world-renowned rapper. Many of you know him, Fat Joe. He actually used to live near me in Paramus. Used to see him around when he was this big, but you know, it's really shocking to see him when he's like then. So Fat Joe mentions in his talk that Michelle Obama has an initiative to fight childhood obesity, which is plaguing this country. So she has put out a challenge to faith-based organizations to come support her in this cause. So these organizations that are in the running made a video to promote their organization on what they are doing to help support Michelle Obama's cause. Now, it so happened a good friend of mine, Nadine of Naduna, is in the top 3 running for this contest. So you could help us out by going to naduna.com, that's NADOONA.com, and check out our website. It will direct you to the link where you could vote for her. So definitely check it out, support Naduna and her cause to help fight childhood obesity. Enjoy Fat Joe's talk. I hope you benefit from it. I've benefited from it. I'm definitely making some changes. You may not see it in my episodes, but I'm going to make some changes off the camera to support my health and provide myself a better lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle. Okay, so if you see me on the videos eating that rib, doesn't mean I do it all the time. You guys gotta understand that's not how I eat normally. When I'm off camera, I do eat healthier, trust me. But I do enjoy my food on the weekends, and I love to share that food with you. So with that, take care, and I'll see you soon. Catch you on the next episode. Assalamu alaikum.
He has sold over 2.5 million albums while masterminding chart-topping hits and discovering hot new artists. The Bronx native continues to break music industry barriers as a multi-platinum-selling Latino artist.
We're going to talk about pork chops, pork fried rice, spare ribs, fried chicken wings and french fries, pizza, Popeye fried chicken, tostones, where's the latinos? Little flan, little tres leche. All my Arabs, that baba ganoush, we talking about that. We talking about cakes, candies, ice creams, Carvel, Mr. Softy. Remember chasing the Mr. Softy? Well, all these things involve us enjoying ourselves, but at the same time, if we eat too much of it, we're literally killing ourselves, like really killing ourselves. You can't blame your family, you can't blame yourself. This is how we were taught to enjoy ourselves. We reward ourselves like this. Like when we was young, you know, one of the most special things is when you stay home on a Saturday from school, your uncle, your father, somebody will give you like an extra $1 to go to the store and go get the groceries. As soon as we do that, what we gonna go get? Twinkies, we gonna go get the quarter waters, we gonna go get candy, whatever it is, Snickers. So much violation out there. But this is how we were taught to think that it was cool. I'm from the South Bronx. I don't know if anybody's here from the Bronx.
Uptown.
That's the highest obesity rate in the country. Obesity means overweight, right? So if you go outside now, I never noticed it because I've always been Fat Joe my whole life. But now when I go outside and the school lets out, you see all the kids, it's just crazy overweight, you know, and then it's a sad truth, but when it relates to family, most of the times our mothers and fathers are overweight too. It's like genetic. It's like, you know, It's the way we were taught to eat. A lot of our parents, a lot of our parents lack the education that we have, So us and our generation, I believe, is you're very more advanced, and I want to say even smarter than your parents, especially when it comes to nutrition. Now you could Google World Star, at the same time you could Google health. So not only do we go to high school, then we go to college to prepare ourselves for the workforce, but now we got to prepare our bodies for the future, because in a minute you're going to have families, in a minute you're already adults, so it's time to prepare yourself for the future. At the same time, if our parents aren't educated on health stuff, I was just at my mother and father's house 2 days ago. They was eating spaghetti and chicken with rice and beans. And so I'm like, yo, that's like 10 carbs, man. They be like, get out of here with that skinny shit. But it's simple. I've been corrected. I'm sorry, right? He's absolutely right. But I am a bachelor rapper. Now that I'm able to make, a good living, in my community where I live now, there's Whole Foods, there's places where we can get healthy foods and healthy choices. There isn't this in urban communities, let's just say Black, Latino communities, whatever have you. So even if there was a Whole Foods in our community, it puts a dent in your pocket. So now if you notice, I got a friend, his name is Alex. He was a police officer, retired police officer for 20 years. He knows all about health. I happen to think he's intelligent, but every time I see him, he's eating McDonald's. So I'm like, yo, Alex, you work out every day. You always talking to me about health. Why are you always eating McDonald's every day? He was like, yo, I struggle. I got kids in college. I got this. I know it's not healthy, but it's only a $3 menu, so I'm going to eat it. And it's good. It's consistent all the time. But at the same time, we killing ourselves. I got a friend, I don't know about y'all. I was diagnosed with diabetes. Who knows what diabetes is? Put your hand in there. Someone in your family, you got diabetes, don't be scared, put your hand in there. And that's the problem. That's the problem, because everybody, how they say marijuana is, hey, I ain't co-signing, but how they say weed is the gateway drug to like cocaine and heroin or whatever they want to say, ecstasy to Molly, whatever you want to call it. At the same time, diabetes is the gateway disease to everything else. So if you get diabetes, you can get blind. Imagine not seeing. That would have to be the most horrible thing ever, right? They cut your toes off, catch a heart attack. You get cancer from diabetes. Just everything transforms from diabetes. It's like a gateway to getting, sicker and sicker and dying younger. When I was 14 years old, I got real ill and I went to the doctor, and I never told nobody about this. I'm telling people now because I'm really trying to help, through my travels and my stories, educate other people, so they can get ahead and use my experiences. I don't believe in you have to make a mistake to learn about life. I believe you can learn from others' mistakes. If we know that he ran in that door and it was fire and he died, there's no reason why we should be running in that door, right? So when I was 14, I always been fat. I got diagnosed with diabetes. And through all the years, I had to take like insulin and stuff like that. And not once in the Bronx, in all those years, did I ever go to a doctor and the doctor told me, yo, they told me you should lose weight, but they never told me if you lost the weight, you would never have diabetes again, right? So it wasn't until like last year that I lost like 100 pounds that I went to the doctor. He was like, yo, you don't have diabetes no more, right? So now I ain't gonna lie to you. I like to think I'm a tough guy, but when you overweight, you got diabetes, you gotta wonder, yo, am I gonna die? Am I going to have a heart attack? Am I going to be here for my kids? Am I going to be here for my family? You know, it's in your mind. So a friend of mine has diabetes, and he told me, yo, Joe, but I don't eat cakes, and I don't eat ice cream, and I don't eat none of the candy and none of that stuff. How do I have diabetes? So I said, check it out this way. How many people know that if you eat a pretzel, the saltiest pretzel in the world, once you eat it, it turns into sugar the minute you eat it? You know that? All carbs turn into sugar automatically. You can take the saltiest pretzel and that turns into sugar. So let's go. My favorite food is the Dominican spot, right? So we go to the Dominican spot, right? We sit down. They want to show us love. They give us a basket of bread with butter. We tear that thing up. We're going to tear it up, right or wrong. It's right in front of us. We're going to eat it, right? And if they don't give us enough, we feel like they're not showing us love, right? Right or wrong? They sunning us or something, right? So now we eat that bread, but we know the bread turns into sugar after we eat it. You know it could be salty, whatever it is, cheese, whatever you want, right? Right? Then we get the rice and beans. The rice is a carb, beans too. We ain't eat no candy. We ain't eat no ice cream. We ain't eat none of that. But if they don't give us enough rice, we mad, right? We tear the rice up. That goes in the system as what? All right, teachers, don't think I ain't teaching enough. It goes in your system as sugar. God forbid you like the Dominican spot, you gotta have the maduros in there. That's the plátanos, right? That's some sugar. Off rip, right? Let's say we kept it healthy. We lied to ourselves, we ate some broiled fish. Let's give us a pass on that. Right? You turn around, you drink, what we drinking? Hawaiian punch, what we drinking? A Malta? I don't know if you know that a regular drink, Hawaiian punch, Sunkiss, Fanta, whatever you call that has like 36 teaspoons of sugar in it. So like if you made yourself your own glass of milk with Nestle's Quick, you would put 3, 4, maybe 5 if you want to OD off the sugar, right? But in this juice that we normally go right into the bodega and get, or go in the vending machine, it's 36 teaspoons of sugar. Added on to the bread, the rice, the tortone, and God forbid we touch a dessert. So now I'm telling my man, I'm like, yo, look, just on this meal alone, we just ate a whole bunch of sugar without knowing. So now, through my travels and me, there's no other way to lose weight like I have if you don't really study. You damn near got to be a scientist. So you basically got to know what you're putting in your body, how much of it you're putting it in your body, and what you got to do. So basically, I know that carbs are basically messing everybody up. So as I stop taking carbs and just limit it, because I'm not crazy. I'm not, sometimes I get hungry, I want to eat some rice. I eat some brown rice. If I want pasta, I'll eat some brown rice pasta or some wheat, and the portion got to be slow. You see, the reason why I try to stay away from spaghetti and macaroni and all that is because you can't eat a little bit of that. You just keep tearing that thing up like it's like addictive. Nah, and it's empty calories. You know what I'm saying? So what I found is the biggest destruction of why we obese is, you're bound to lose weight along with diet. It's like an A and B conversation. As well as if you like Beyonce or whatever the case may be, you can turn on a computer and learn her dances. That is exercising as well. So there should be no reason why you should kill yourself and make an excuse. Yo, I can't do it. Yo, it's too hard. It's this. Ride a bike. Listen to your little Dre headphones. Walk around. The more you do that, the better off you be, health-wise. And you got to understand, I just came from a school in the Bronx where it was little kids, right? And I asked them, do you have diabetes, or does someone in your family have diabetes? The whole auditorium, like 1,500 people, put their hands in the air. Now, if you think that's not a problem, it's like a major problem. Bigger than AIDS, bigger than violence, bigger than anything else. People are dying over diabetes and being unhealthy and eating unhealthy. There's no way in the world you're going to go to the club, pop bottles all day, leave the club and eat a pizza pie, that shit just going to keep riding, excuse me, for the rest of your life. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up with you. The reason why I lost weight, because I can't lie, I'm addicted to food. My name is Fat Joe for a reason. I used to go to the buffet, you know when they give you the tray and you put your plate on the thing? I take the plates off the tray, flood the whole tray up, and tear that thing down. I'm Fat Joe, he was Big Pun. Like, we was tearing things up, right? On a regular basis, right? So, after like last year, I lost like 7 friends to heart attacks. These were young dudes, these were guys younger than me. I went to one of my friends' funerals. He was the funniest guy I knew in the world. Like, no way God loved me more than he loved him. He had a daughter my same age. He was my brother. I was hurt. I'm looking at it and I said, yo, I'm gonna die. I'm next. I'm not superhuman. Like, I'm gonna die. Like, if I keep doing this, I'm gonna die. So I had to go and try to lose weight. I know guys that dodge bullets. I know a guy, he got shot maybe 6 different times and he still lived. But then he went and got a heart attack. You know, he wasn't tough enough for the heart attack. And that's because of our choices of eating. Let me see, so it's right here. Also, yeah. Like I told you, we gotta educate ourselves on eating. It's all genetic, right? So I basically come from a fat family. You know, it ain't just Fat Joe, it's the fat family. Everybody, brothers and sisters, my kids, right? So I got a daughter, she's 5 years old. She's the most beautiful thing on earth. She's a little chubby. So we can't just take her to exercise. So we gotta gas her and put her in like swimming lessons. So she be doing it and she don't even know. She's in swimming lessons, karate, dancing, ballet. Like she's just, it's damn near abuse going on with the exercise and she don't even know it, right? But she like to eat, right? So basically all I could do to her is not let her wild out and eat too crazy. And we also teach her, like she knows what gluten-free is. She knows what brown rice is. She knows what all the healthy choices are. So basically when she gets 16, 17 and she starts thinking guys look cute and she want to watch her weight and all that, she already know, yo, brown rice, gluten-free, you know, not fried chicken. Like I don't know if y'all know, you should never, ever in your life eat fried anything. I don't know if y'all know that. Nah, this is the big, you might as well smoke crack. No, I'm telling you the truth. You might as well smoke crack. That's what, I just told you more people are dying from heart attacks than they are from smoking crack. Right? So how they doing it? Eating fried foods. I watched this thing on CNN one time. They baked a salmon, the biggest salmon in the world, right? And they took a plastic cup and they said, all right, after they ate the salmon, the oil in it was like this big, right? And it actually was omega-3. It was actually good for you. They grab a small pack of fries, McDonald's fries, and it's spilled out the cup with all the worst oil you get. The small, nobody's eating small, bro. We eating a Big Mac, we eating extra large, super size, apple pie on the side. Right or wrong? I said one day, I was like, man, shorty, close your ears. I said, fuck this skinny shit. One day I woke up, I said, yo, check this out. We gonna violate. I call it violate squad. I call Macho up, my man Faye, they ready to eat. Yo, let's go. It's like, where we going? Popeye, chicken. We going hard. We going in the pit. Right? You know they got that crispy. fried chicken, right? I ain't telling you it ain't good. I'm just telling you it ain't good for you. So I woke up in the Popeye. I'm like, yo, let me get 3-piece breast, extra crispy. Let me get a rice with the beans. You know they got the rice with the beans. Let me get the biscuit with the jam, right? You know they got the biscuits, right? So now I ain't been to a fast food joint in so long that I didn't realize they gotta put the calories in the thing, right? So now when you look at the doctor say we should eat 1,500 calories a day, you know, and you'll be healthy. So as I'm looking at the thing, one piece of chicken is 1,500 calories. So I count the chicken, that's 4,500. The rice is another 15, that's 6,000. The biscuit, I was like, yo, this is what we're supposed to eat all week. And we eating this all day, right? So I had to back out from this. Because I knew better. I was like, no way, I'm not going to kill myself with this right here, right? So, it's hard, but at the end of the day, we got to do it. It's best for your future, best for your longevity. For me, it helps me with my shows, it helps me perform, it helps me entertain. I used to, you know, even though, you know, I got to be honest with you, I used to wake up every day not knowing if I was going to catch a heart attack. I don't know what's in the future, but I know I feel like my chances are a little bit better right now. And you want to be here for your family and your kids. I know you're not thinking about that now, but it's really, really important. Another thing is us in the urban community, we don't even have like cool doctors, or we don't even go to the doctors. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be taking something for something, it ain't even the right day for it. Right? You might have a cold and you taking something for some nasal something. You don't even know, you thinking you drinking it, right? So everybody needs to just get it in and try to find, you know, everybody got a computer, everybody got a phone. Just educate yourself on nutrition, because it's so important, you know, what you're putting in your body and what you're doing to yourselves for the future. You know, they keep talking about healthcare and stuff like that. And when you think about healthcare, you say the reason why the country's upside down over the healthcare is because guys are going, they're catching them heart attacks, they catch diabetes, they're not taking care of it, they're in the hospital for 2 weeks, they come back, they this and this and that. You know, and that's what's just driving the prices up, the healthcare. So that all that got to do, everything they talking about when you look at CNN and Fox and all that, it all got to do back to us in one way or another. You see some super smart guy talking down there, hey, we're occupying Wall Street. Somehow they fighting for something. And I realize that everything is like connected in some way. So with the healthcare system, it's like, you know, when you sick like that, you damaging it yourself. Something we do often, and we fight. Even I got a problem with it. Like in the hip hop community, we in the club, we popping bottles. It's just so hard not to have a drink when you're in the club. You're trying to feel right. But when you're drinking in the club, I know guys, they work out all day, they go to the club, and they drinking liquor, and that's like empty calories, and like you basically working out for no reason. So you're like discouraging yourself because you're working out all day. You go in the club, right, Slow? You go in the club and you're hitting that liquor, and you like destroying yourself, and you don't even understand why. I'm trying to go. You know, I talk too fast, man. All right. As far as like when you go, this is things that I say for real. Like I'm addicted to food. It's almost like, who ever seen that show? You ever seen that movie Zabiha-Halal? Yeah. You ever seen how the girl, she likes clothes and the dummies start talking to her? Well, if you love food like me, when I drive, I'll be seeing like McDonald's be talking to me and shit, Baskin Robbins, niggas be following me like, yo, Papa John, yo, Papa John, shit, just talk to me, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's hard. It's hard. It just talk to me. And I know there's some of you out there like that too. So what I try to do is, I try not to bring it in the house, right? So I try not to bring it in the house. So, because I don't care who you are, if you leave a cake there, the most disciplined you are, you're watching the game, you're walking by, you swiping icing, little swipe yonder, keep chilling, you're trying to act like it ain't bothering you. They see, let me get a little something, you know? Then you taste it and it's the crack. It's over. You know how they say you smoke that crack for the first time, it's over, you lose your mind? It's a euphoria or something. You eat that cake, especially you've been on that diet, you eat that cake, that shit is like, woo! Like, yo, Joe, where you been, baby? Let's get it in. That shit crazy. So you're eating that, and then you're going to chip away a little bit more, chip away a little bit more, chip away. So the most disciplined person, staying active, is very important. Like I told you earlier, riding a bike, just walking, you ain't got to kill yourself. Of course, where's my man who lost 40 pounds? You know, once you get, let me tell you something. Once you lose weight, I didn't lose weight to look better. I didn't lose weight to look better, to whatever you want to call it. You know, now I see people, they go, oh, you look great. Now, I always thought I looked great. You know what I'm saying? So I was alright. You know, if I could be a 10,000 pound man and they tell me you ain't catching a heart attack and you're gonna live forever, I'd probably be a 10,000 pound man. Right? I gotta be honest with you. But I lost weight because the statistics say you're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So, what I was gonna say. So, staying active is so important. So when you go, you get on the treadmill, you got money for a gym, he lost 40 pounds, right? That's hard, right? But he lost 40 pounds, he's like, yo, Joe, I'm staying even, right? I'm staying at the same number. I ain't going down no more. So once you lose weight, then you lose weight. You notice when you start out, you can go and do 20 minutes a day. Once you lose 15, 20 pounds, you feel like, yo, I can do a half an hour, and you keep it moving. Unfortunately, once you hit the 40 pounds, you gotta turn it up and just go a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not against like using, like if you really need some help, like a weight supplement, like something that'll take you to make you less hungry, or make you something like that, help your metabolism go. Some people don't know, you say to yourself, like, I eat one time a day. Why am I, you know, why do I stay fat? I only eat one time a day. And, you know, and the problem is that, let's think of your metabolism. How many people know what your metabolism is? Do you really? All right, so a lot of fat people, it ain't their fault. They were just born with slower metabolisms. So basically, their system is moving slower than somebody else. You know, I got a boy, his name is Serge. I got a boy named Slow who can eat 6 pies and still be the skinniest dude in America. But he was lucky, he was born with a faster metabolism. So I can eat something and I get crazy fat off of it where it doesn't affect him. So in order to lose weight, you need to speed up your metabolism. But it's almost like if you got a fire in a fireplace and you throw a whole bunch of wood on it, what's it going to do? It's going to slow the fire, right? So the best way to this is a fact. If you do this, anybody who really wants to lose weight, if you do this, you eat 6 times a day, which is every 2.5 hours. You're not going to be hungry once you get used to this. In fact, you're going to be tired of the next meal by the time you eat it. But you got to eat small amounts of foods, not too many carbs. Once again, you eat a little meal, small meal. 2.5 hours, 3 hours later, you eat it. So it's almost like if you got a fire and you want to keep the fire going, you keep throwing a couple of little pieces of wood, it burns. Then 2.5 hours, when it's ready to slow up, you throw a little bit of wood on it and it burns. That food that system right there, you will drop weight automatically. There's no way around it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you follow that system, and God forbid you work out, and you seriously go work out, you will lose, I don't even know how much amount of weight. Like, you could just, like, you could disappear. Like, nah, for real. Like, that is the way to do it. Because our bodies, our bodies is like almost like, I'm not going to talk to you like I'm like some stupid smart guy or something like that, but our bodies were like, almost damn near animals. So we were supposed to be in the woods or whatever the case may be. So if we eat one big meal, our body would be like, yo, we ain't eating no more. So now we got to stash this, because, we might die of hunger. So we need to save this, and they save it as fat. You don't burn it as energy. So if you keep eating little meals and your metabolism is going, then it's like, oh, this is a little energy. I got a little bit more energy. I got a little more energy. And then you start to lose weight, and you eating at the same time. Every time you're about to get hungry, 2.5 hours, you eat again, and your system will just go. You can lose a lot of weight that way. I'm trying to figure some shit out over here. I'll excuse my language, shorty, to the highest level. You got a guy, like, I don't like to disrespect the schools because the schools is very nice to me and they let me come and talk to everybody, but, the whole vending machine with the chocolate chip ahoys, the this, the that, that's violation. Even the school system with the lunches is violation. When I grew up in the hood, I grew up off school lunch. Not only did I grow up off school lunch, my parents had no money. So I had to eat the school lunch. You see what I'm saying? So it was a necessity. It wasn't something like, I don't want to try that, I'll go over here. I got to eat this stuff, right? So now you up in there, you eating chicken McNugget, French fry. I seen something one time, they had pizza as vegetable because it was tomato and cheese. Nah, my man, that's pizza. There's this guy I've been looking into. His name is Jamie Oliver. He's from England. You know who this guy is? So he's seen it. Like it makes no sense for me to come here on Health Day and tell you lose weight and do the right thing and do everything, and then you go outside there and you go watch TV in the room, and the machine is going, yo, what's up? Yo, Beefy. Yo, what's up, Beefy? You know what I'm talking about when them Oreos start dancing your way. We don't need that in the system, man. We don't need that in the system. So it's crazy because, the same thing with my son. He's in school. I'm preaching all this, you gotta lose weight, you gotta do it. And this is real. So I'm here talking to y'all. I lost weight, but I'm fighting with my son. I'm fighting with my daughter. They overweight, and it's a fight. They're not trying to hit me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over there telling my son, like, yo, my man, you getting fatter. He's like, yo, what you talking? I'm like, you getting bigger. I'm like, he want to be a rapper. I'm like, who you trying to rap for? Because the girls don't want to see you rap if you get all fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be right. You know what I'm saying? So he don't listen. Keep telling him. Another thing we should do, not try to bully nobody or disrespect nobody in no way. But if you got a friend that might be getting a little bit too big, you might have to holler, because they check me. Yo, Joe, watch it, B. I don't know, they just want to F with me to the highest level. Because I lost weight, so they try to long distance. Yo, popcorn, it ain't good. They just want to get me somehow, man. Yesterday I'm at the Knicks game. Dude's eating that popcorn next to me. I was like, damn. All the stuff I'm preaching, I tear up that popcorn. I'll be on media takeout right now. Let Joe relax. It's crazy. It's crazy, I'm trying to tell you. So we know that. We love you. Thank you, my brother. I love you too.
Security.
That was damn random. I see the flag. I see the flag. I see this. I seen it. Chill. I love this campus, man. I see so much diversity. You know, I see Latinos, I see blacks, I see Asian, I see Arabs. You know, Palestine, Ramallah. Hey, yo, DJ Khaled will wear the thing on the BET Awards. I talked to him already. I gave you my word, right? If he does, it's on you, though. I know it's on me, man. I will beat him up. Those of you who don't know, DJ Khaled is Arab. They almost beat me up, the Arabs, talking about he don't rep it like he's supposed to. So BET Awards, he will rep. Just because of Beefy and his crew. And so like I said, it's a beautiful thing coming on this campus and just seeing so much diversity, because, you know, this is the melting pot of the world, where you can come here and you can see Jewish people, Arab people get along, see all types of people get along. That's what's so dope about it. So when I'm sitting down there signing autographs, it feels great for me to just see everybody in school together and trying to do the right thing. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, Mr. Clayton. Shout out my man, Mr. Clayton. Keep working here. And I dare y'all to say he's not hip hop, because we'll have a problem in here. We are hip hop. Anybody have any questions? There's no way you don't have any questions. My man in the back.
Is jerky part of a healthy diet? Do you eat it?
Beef jerky?
Beef, bacon, bison, vegetarian?
Well, I eat turkey bacon.
Jerky.
I don't eat pork at all. Like, that's just me. Like, I don't eat pork. But I'm not saying you can't eat pork.
I'm launching a business, and I brought some different Jersey jerky with me. It's a gift to you.
I'm not eating jerky, bro. Good luck with the business. God bless you, but I'm not eating no jerky. I wish you the best, though. I honestly do it. There's a big market for people who want beef jerky. I see it in the stores all the time, my brother. I said, but being that my lyrics and my songs are so real and they talk about the truth, now when I come and I talk to the students who look just like me and live just like me, they'll appreciate it and they'll believe it more than someone just coming in here with a PhD you've never seen in your life, telling you all this. Be honest. Some guy with a green bow tie came up in here telling you this, you'd be like, yo man, tell this dude shut up. Real talk. So we just trying to keep it real with everybody, so the people who can relate, you know what I'm saying, come from where I come from, maybe I can motivate you if you want to be healthy. But we're not trying to start no bullying or nothing like that. I got you, don't worry about it.
Okay, it seemed like you're in a different place in your life, especially with your lifestyle and how you carry yourself. Are you gonna change your name because, you know, you went...
We ain't never changing Fat Joe. I've been Fat Joey forever. That's not gonna happen. They be like, not so Fat Joe, this. I'm like, your mama. I'm Joey Fat.
You said you've been fat for like a large part of your life.
My whole life. I've never seen myself skinny.
Yeah. Do you associate some sort of power with fatness or largeness?
Great question. This is what happens to us. We get money and we want to be big bosses. Right, Clayton? And so we get money. We never had money before. By the way, almost every rapper I know was dead broke. Damn near didn't have a pair of sneakers when he grew up. Now they popping champagne, they got money, everybody's paid, whatever. first thing we want to do is we want to sit down in the restaurant, order all type of lobsters and steaks and all, and it makes us feel like we like some big thing. When at the same time, we're only killing ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Just last night I went in a Chinese joint where I shouldn't have been. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, but I ain't healthy though. Trust me. But I shouldn't even been in the building because it's really not healthy. But I'm gonna tell you a story. Everybody sat down, they ate. My man ate his fried chicken chicharrón de pollo with his stuff. Somebody else ate, what he ate? Shrimp fried rice, this, that, whatever the case may be, right? As I'm leaving the restaurant, you ever notice when you leave in the Chinese restaurant, the Chinese guys are eating their dinner at the same time? They shit look nothing like what we eat over here. It happened yesterday. I've been going to this spot for years. So I go over to them, right? So I'm like, hey man, bon appetit, yo, what you guys eating? Oh, you know, Joe, healthy. Steamed rice. We got some grilled calamari here. They're not eating that pork chicken with French fries. They're not eating it. And you see it all the time. You be like, where they make that at? Because they not making that here, right? But they do it for themselves, you know? So a lot of times, and they're bosses, because it's ran packed and they making money, they ain't thinking about that. So we always think of some way of like, yo, we made it, we just gonna overdo everything. You know, and it goes the same thing with the food, but at the same time, we damage ourselves. Obesity. And they interviewed a bunch of rappers and stuff like that. So I told them, we was out in LA, so I told them, I said, listen man, I was talking about diabetes in the community, and then while I get to talking, right, I just zoned out, and I start noticing, I said, yo, now what if a kid already has diabetes? You have diabetes, you're 8 years old, you live in the hood, right? Summertime, everybody gonna want an ice cream. Everybody gonna want a candy. You go to the store with all your friends, they want a candy. Now we know sugar gives you diabetes, and that's almost like killing yourself going to eat some candy or something if you have diabetes. Now what happens if that kid wants a candy and he wants to eat, everybody's eating it, right? Are there sugar-free candies in the store? No, they're not. Is there fresh fruit in the store? Most likely not. So I say this, and I get a phone call from the White House people, right? Well, let me not say White House people, let's say whoever's in charge of doing the documentary, right? They say, yo, Joe, you know what? We want to come out to the Bronx with you, and we want to take you up on what you said. I didn't even know what I said. I talk so much shh. You know what I mean? I don't even know where I'm going. About what? I talked about a bunch of stuff. Nah, about the kids, whatever. So I take the camera with me in like 9 bodegas. I walk in, I say, Papi, I got diabetes, Papi. Necesito, tú sabes, un candy sugar free. You know? He was like, he didn't even know they make it. I go to the refrigerator to get what I told you I'm addicted to, Diet Snapples. There was none available. I don't even want to go into the system of how it was 90% beer and 2%, you know, soda. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like the whole shit was beer, right? Let's just keep that 100, the whole thing, right? That's a whole different thing, right? So now I go in there, I go to 8 different stores. Not one of them had sugar-free. Now when I went to the Bronx and I asked that school, 1,500 students, did they have diabetes? All of them do their hand in their head. You see, so this is why it's important to go around and educate people and talk to people, because we don't even know. There's a real silent killer going on out here. And we not advocating for sugar. So they went with me, they was like, wow, we ain't even know. It's just crazy. We couldn't even find a fruit in the store. You scaring me with the glasses, B. And you about to get real intellectual. Talk to me.
No, I mean, like the lack of, people in the industry, like their effort as far as like weight loss and stuff, like the biggest Paul was the last person to like die of a heart attack, and like they kind of shocked everybody. And when his wife got diabetes, and he, you know, he's out there speaking about how his heart didn't have diabetes. What's the next phase besides like just talking?
Does someone have to die?
No, I'm saying like
No, but does someone have to die?
probably like that's like something drastic.
How's about like not having someone die? How's about doing what Fat Joe's doing right now, talking to you, right?
My question is like, what's the next phase after this? I mean, like,
Phase is everybody got to start. And, you know, Miss Obama's doing an amazing thing with talking to the kids and starting with the youth early with the childhood obesity is so important. And we just have to spread the word. Like when you go home, you got to tell your parents. If you go home and they eat messed up, you're like, yo, mom, this ain't a goal. Like you're gonna die. Like they're worse than us, right? Because we're younger than them, right? So if I'm telling you it's bad for us, imagine our parents who's 50, 60 years old eating all that stuff. It's gonna happen to them. We love them. We want to keep them around. We got to talk to them and try to help educate them. Hip hop, same thing. I don't believe that someone has to die, you know. And believe it or not, there's a lot of unhealthy people in hip hop that don't say it. You know, don't say what they going to do. Look, I had diabetes forever. I never told nobody. People was hanging out with me every night. Had no clue. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't talk about it, but you know, the more I realize the more we talk about it, the more we bring awareness to everybody, the more we'll be able to prevent the situation. I was a real big troublemaker, like probably the toughest kid in my neighborhood. And one day, before school, a friend of mine convinced me to drink a 40-ounce with him. I drank a 40-ounce with him, and I'm drunk, crazy drunk. So imagine you never drank in your life. You're like 14 years old, you drink 40. So I go to the back to where all the pretty girls is at in the handball court. So I'm trying to chill, I'm drunk. I get into a fight with the biggest punk in the school. I'm talking about, shorty, cover your ears. The pussiest guy in the school. Mind you, they're scared to death of me. They look at me like they see 3 heads. He beat the shit out of me. I went home and cried for like 10 hours. I couldn't wait for the next day to come. Right? So of course I'm not advocating nothing. The next day came, y'all know what I did. Right? But I learned through that experience, one experience that I said, you know what? I can't be this tough guy and be off point. Because when I smoke weed next time and be laughing with my boys, somebody gonna turn the corner and crack me in my head. So I was a rare form. So even though everybody was smoking weed, drinking and all that, I was on point with it like, yo, what's up, what's good, what's going on? I'm not telling nobody to take that route. I'm telling you why I learned through my experiences. A lot of times I seen friends in my family or all my friends who were the smartest guys on earth, and they started using drugs and they messed their whole life up. So that's why I never used drugs. I learned from him. I said, yo, he's 10 times smarter than me. If he taught me how to do everything and he messed his life up through drugs, why do I want to go that path, right? I told you earlier, the guy ran in that door and there was fire over there and he got burnt. Why should I run in there? I already know it's fire. Yeah, brother.
I really got a question, but I wanted to let you know if you're a bodyguard, I got you. I'm dropping out of school.
I'm good, B.
Thanks for coming, Fat Joe. Appreciate it a lot.
Respect, my
Respect,
brother.
man. How are you?
Stay up.